All right, what's good with the Black Goose TV family? I want to talk about something, significantly serious when it comes to the boxing world. And I want to see your guys' opinion on it. So please make sure when it comes to this video, come in here, man. Drop your comments below because I want to hear you guys' personal opinion. It all has to do with Tyson Fury. We got Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte coming up, right? Which in my figuratively imaginative mindset and how I think, I'm like, yo, this should be a absolute barn burner in the sense of we all should be, expecting a great fight, and we all should be looking forward to a great fight. We all should be anticipating a great fight. We all should be excited for a great fight, right? That's how I think. And obviously, this is coming from a very biased perspective. I'll let you guys know when I'm doing an unbiased video where I'm just strictly looking at things. You guys can tell, but when I'm being biased, I'm just I'll let you guys know beforehand so you guys can be like, okay, I'm prepared when it comes to what Fluence is finna say, right? I'm being biased because I'm a Dillian Whyte fan, so I actually give Dillian Whyte a much better chance than most guys do, right? Just because I want to believe that Dillian Whyte's going to come in his best shape. He's going to give a goddamn fire performance. But with that being said, with my bias in it, with my bias out of it, either way, I think there's something that no one can necessarily, disagree with, which is I feel like this particular fight, at least when it comes to the States, is just not being talked about. I feel like no one's really excited for it. I feel like it's not really out there like that. I feel like more people were excited to see Ryan Garcia's return than Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte. And if I'm wrong, tell me. I'm not talking about now because I'm not overseas. I'm not in the UK, etc. I'm talking about in America. When you think about the hype behind Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, all three fights in America, it was felt, right? Excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. But in comparison, Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte, it's almost like this shit ain't even happening, right? I totally believe they say, they have the stadium over in the UK. I think it's the Wembley Stadium is totally sold out. Tickets, have reached an astronomical number. They broke records, how many tickets have been sold, etc. So I believe all of that. I believe all of it. I think it's going to be an absolutely amazing event over in the UK. But in the Americas, it just seems like no one cares. Now, the question is, does it matter with it? Remember, Fury was banned from where he's actually having this fight for the longest time. They reinstated him for this particular fight. They pulled some strings, made some moves. And then also remember, guys, if you motherfucking have that much clout, that much money behind you, anything could happen, right? So keep that in mind, guys. So obviously this is something that they didn't see happening. If you want to look at Tyson Fury and his team, maybe like 3 years ago, they wouldn't have thought this was going to happen. But obviously the Deontay Wilder trilogy made him or created him into the biggest heavyweight star supposedly of our era right now. I'm not, when I put the quotes up, that's not me disagreeing with it. I'm just saying it's felt when it comes to this Dillian Whyte fight, the absence of Americans that support him. Does it matter? No. Like UK boxers, heavyweights, they never needed the support of American fans. They never had. But, it just does. It feels necessary on my end, in my mind, to just bring this up because the last three fights, the last couple of years, I feel like we've really pushed forward the stardom of Tyson Fury due to him, his rival or the guy he was, getting in there and putting in the work with was Deontay Wilder, who was our best American heavyweight, even if we didn't like him, right? I'm like, people tuned in because they loved him, Deontay Wilder, and wanted to continue to be the American heavyweight, and people tuned in because they hated him as the American heavyweight, and they wanted Tyson Fury to beat him because of that, us as Americans, right? Part of the game, part of the whole entire boxing thing, blah, 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 blah. What's your point, Fluence? Get to the point, because, nigga, you just rambling. Let me get to the point, and excuse my sniffling. I don't know what this is from. It's probably from me doing a crazy-ass workout outside and having weird weather. Excuse me. Roll with me. Please ignore it. But with that being said, Tyson Fury confirms this is my last fight, and it will be. Now, we've heard Tyson Fury say that previously, leading up to this Dillian Whyte fight. This has been a very weird lead up to the Dillian Whyte fight because Dillian Whyte hasn't showed up for none of the press conferences. He has also not showed up for any of the open workouts, which is a very rare thing to see. But that is what is, simply occurring. So I can't explain that. I can't talk about it. It's just what is happening. Dillian Whyte saying he's focused on training. He has no obligation to that. He's not being penalized for that, which is weird. He's not being fined for that, which is weird. So he's continued to be in his, being in his little bubble, train, and be the best that he can be. Now, outside of that, Tyson Fury's been holding his own in the, the promotional side of the game, going to press conferences, doing the open workouts. Obviously, I'm going to react to the open workout, mid workout that they had Tyson Fury and Sugar Hill. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But as of today, as of tonight, what I want to speak on is Tyson Fury once again coming out and just basically saying, "This is my last fight. I will be retiring." And how much do we believe it? I want to ask you guys, BlakGooseTV family, do you believe this at all? What is his motive behind it? And why does he continue to say this? Because there is reports that Usyk is going to be at this fight. There is reports that Usyk is going to watch this fight. With the idea that if he beats Joshua, his next fight will be against Tyson Fury. We've also seen Tyson Fury's dad, John Fury, come out and refute the claims that Tyson Fury is planning on retiring after this, and he's going to, go on and have a long career, and he'll continue to fight. But obviously, we want to listen to, the man himself. We want to take all the information from the person who feels the closest to it, which is his own self, Tyson Fury. His dad might be saying one thing, his promoter might be saying another thing, but at the end of the day, the person we should be listening to is Tyson Fury himself, whether it's promotional shit to make us want to watch this fight more because, hey, if you put out there, hey, this is going to be my last fight, you're going to have people watch the fight that wasn't going to, or he's being honest. Let's just go ahead and get into the article. Let's see exactly what he said, and maybe we can get a better idea of what's going on, right? So you see me scrolling, because you got to find that joint. Here we go. So let's start right here. Even if it's not Usyk, Fury would have his hands full against the straight power shots from Joshua. It's believed, by the way, that Joshua throws his shot straight down the pipe. He would be murderous for Fury to fight a guy like that. Now, that's opinion from the person who wrote this particular article. That's not from me. I just read that to kind of lead into the actual statement coming from Tyson Fury, which is, I've said this is my last fight, and it will be, said Tyson Fury during his open workout today for his title defenses against Dillian Whyte. The prediction of this fight, I don't give a damn because I've got Dillian Whyte to deal with myself, said Fury when asked for a prediction on the Alexander Usyk rematch. Do I want the winner? Nope. Because I'm retiring after this fight, said Fury. That's 2 times in one sentence. Let's see if he says anything else to support this. Continue on to talk about the camp. Camp was fantastic. We're injury-free, in the best shape of our lives, and it's all great, said Fury. So that's all he said. I'm going to repeat this one more time for you guys so you can understand what I'm saying. The prediction of this fight, I don't give a damn because I've got Dillian Whyte to deal with myself. Do I want the winner? Nope, because I'm retiring after the fight, said Fury. So that's Fury once again reestablishing, reconfirming, hey, I'm not going to be here after this fight. I don't care about Usyk and Joshua. I don't care about nothing. This is my last fight. Now, if you want to be honest with you, if you want my personal opinion, and I know y'all don't care about it, I think he's trolling. I think he's going to be back. I think he's saying that because he wants people to feel like, one, hey, let's buy more tickets. Hey, let's get the United States audience, the people who fucked with me during the Wilder fight, who ain't fucking with me now. Let's get them to want to watch the fight because if I'm telling people this is my last fight, we might be like, oh, no, not another Wilder. You know what I'm saying? So it's a smart marketing a ploy. Is very strategic. Whether it's real or not, I don't believe it. Because I'm like, if Usyk beats Joshua, Fury, if you fight Usyk and you beat Usyk, you're considered probably literally the greatest heavyweight in the world. Even though I don't agree with that, but everyone lives in a what have you done for me lately? People are going to say, oh, finally his resume match up. He beat Klitschko, he beat Wilder, he beat Dillian Whyte, he beat Usyk. Like, he's the best, right? Because at the end of the day, when it comes to Fury right now, for him to be compared to people like Lennox Lewis, Klitschko, etc., Muhammad Ali, however far back you want to go, Mike Tyson, blah, 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 his resume isn't the greatest. I would still say AJ has the best resume when it comes to all the heavyweights. But with that being said, hey, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is for real? Is there any validity behind this? What do you guys support? Do you think there's any validity about me saying, like, us in America, we're not that excited for this fight? This is one of the, most, like, I don't know. I feel like this should be a fight people should be talking about, but we just don't give a fuck. Let me know what you guys think about this overall. Drop it in the comments. Like the goddamn video. And as always, subscribe to the family if you're not part of the family. Because I'm telling you, if y'all need love, Black Goose Family.